Your rental income feels bulletproof until the month it isn't. And suddenly you're staring at vacant units, dropping rents, and a mortgage that doesn't care about any of it. We've seen this before. 2008 didn't just crash home prices. It wiped out landlords who thought cash flow was a given. The catalyst is almost always the same recipe. Easy credit dries up, job losses spike, and renters either double up with family or simply stop paying. When the economy sneezes, the rental market doesn't just catch a cold, it gets pneumonia, and your spreadsheet becomes a horror movie. Here's the irony nobody talks about. The landlords who got destroyed in past downturns weren't bad investors. They were over-leveraged optimists who confused a bull market for their own genius. The market was doing the heavy lifting, and they thought it was them. The psychological trap is believing your market is different, your tenants are loyal, and your neighborhood is recession-proof. Every single landlord in 2007 thought the same thing. Conviction without a contingency plan isn't confidence. It's just expensive denial. History is remarkably consistent here. Rental markets lag the broader economy by roughly 6 to 18 months, which means the pain shows up after you think you've survived. That lag is actually your warning window, and most people waste it. The biggest misconception is that a market crash automatically means you should sell or panic refinance your way out. In reality, long-term rental demand doesn't disappear in a crash, it often increases because people who lost homes still need a place to live. The practical playbook starts with your reserves. If you don't have 3 to 6 months of carrying costs per property sitting in cash, you are one bad quarter away from a forced decision. Forced decisions in real estate are almost always expensive ones. Next, audit your leases right now before anything happens and understand exactly which tenants are month to month versus locked in, because that distinction becomes everything when vacancy rates climb. You want to be renegotiating from a position of information, not desperation. Tighten your screening criteria and, counterintuitively, consider locking in slightly below market rents for reliable long-term tenants rather than chasing top dollar in a softening market. A tenant paying 95% of market rate for 3 uninterrupted years beats a parade of vacancies at full price every single time. On the expense side, call your insurance provider, your property manager, and your lender before a crash, not during one. Lenders have workout programs, insurers have policy adjustments, and vendors will negotiate, but they negotiate better when you're not already behind. Diversification across unit types and neighborhoods isn't just a portfolio theory concept, it's a crash buffer. Because a downtown luxury market and a suburban working class rental market rarely collapse at the same time or speed. If all your eggs are in one zip code, you're not a diversified investor. You're just a very confident one. The philosophical truth in all of this is that the landlords still standing after every historical downturn weren't the ones with the best properties. They were the ones with the most boring, disciplined financial habits. Position size, reserve ratios, and boring consistency beat market timing every single time. You don't need to predict the crash to survive it. You just need to have already made the decisions that protect you before it arrives. Preparation isn't pessimism, it's the only form of optimism that actually works in real estate. Whether the market corrects 10% or 40%, the investor with cash reserves, solid tenants, and manageable leverage wakes up the next morning with options. And options are the only currency that matters in a downturn. Be comfortable with any outcome because you built a system that doesn't require you to be right about timing. If you want help building that system, whether you're looking at rental property, investing, need contracting work done, or want to connect with lenders who understand this market, check out our links in the description below.